How you guys doing? My name is Bobby. I work over here at Michelin Honda. Today I'm going to be going over the new CR-V Touring, and I'm going to show you guys some features inside and out as well. When you first get your CR-V Touring, this is going to be what you get. It's your key fob, and this is how you're going to control, open, and lock your car. Some of the features on this key fob right here are your lock, your unlock button, your push to auto start, which I'll show you right now how to do, and then you also have your alarm right here, and then you also have to open your trunk right here. This is how you lock the car, that's how you open it. Now, if you want to go ahead and do the auto start, this is how you're going to do it. You're going to hit your lock button, which is right here, twice, and then you're going to go ahead and hold this circle button down. You're going to see a flash on the car in about 10 seconds. Once you see that, you're going to kind of hear your car activate. Now, it is going to be in an accessory mode, so you do still have to jump in the car and actually turn it on in order for it to kind of get going. There's two ways to open up your trunk. You can do it manually, which is right behind the H. You just go ahead and put your fingers up in here and you click the button. That's going to go ahead and open the trunk right there. There's also another little button, which is right on top of the trunk, that will close your trunk. Now for the second option, you can actually do it via your foot. So there's a sensor that's right under the CR-V Touring. So if you have too much things in your hands or you're going grocery shopping, you can actually simply just wave your foot. So as you can see, a pretty big space right here. One of the features I'm gonna go over is actually your spare tire. So typically on a CR-V, you would have your spare tire located right over here. However, since this is a hybrid, it does not come equipped with a spare tire. The reason for that is because it adds extra weight onto the car, and being a hybrid, it's actually trying to promote better gas mileage, so that's why there's no spare tire. So what you actually have is right here. This is actually called a kit that you can connect. It's called the Fix and Go kit. You can connect it to your tire, and what that will do is actually seal your tire to help you get from point A to point B so you can get a new spare tire, or at least get to your next destination. Now, if you have a complete blowout, that's where you would have to contact, obviously, your guys' insurance, or if you have AAA to come pick you up. That's how you would actually resolve that problem if you had a complete blowout, because obviously you couldn't connect that to a blown out tire. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys on over right here to the side door. Now this is how you actually lay your seats flat right here. So there's a little buckle actually right here that you pull down, and that is gonna go ahead and flatten out your seats. On the other side as well too, you also have another little buckle that you can pull down, and that will flatten out your seats completely right over there. This is what it would look like when your seats are all the way flat right here. Pretty decent size that you would get whenever you lay these down. So if you need to put any extra cargo in there, you have plenty of space right here. All right guys, so I'm gonna show you how to turn on your CR-V Touring. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna put your foot on the brake, and then you're gonna press this nice red button that says power. Once you click that, you're gonna hear your car turn on. It's pretty quiet because it is a hybrid on there. Then once you actually see your dashboard lit up, you can actually go ahead and start messing with some of your air settings. So this is how you control your airflow, and this is how you turn it on and off. So if you don't want any air, you can power it off. Now, this is a dual climate control, so you can actually set the settings to kind of reflect each other. So if you want both sides to have the same temperature, you would hit sync right here, and you would see that green button pop up. If somebody likes to be colder on this side or hot on this side, you can unsync this temperature right here, and people can actually go in there and change your different settings. You know, you can go from hot to cold. If you want to go cold, you go all the way to the left. If you want to go hot, you go all the way to the right. And you can sync back up if you want the cabin temperature to be the same. Your heated seats on both sides are controlled right here. You have 3 different settings. So you have full max, you have medium, and then you have low. And you can turn it all the way off by giving it one more click. Now down here is going to be your air direction. So you can go to your face, you can go to your feet and face, or you can just go all the way down to your feet. Now right here is going to be your front defroster, and right here is going to be your rear defroster. And then again, this is how you would power it on and off. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and move down to your shift knob right here. So you can go ahead and put it in the park, reverse, neutral, drive, or you can go ahead and put it into your brake mode. And that is going to help with regenerative braking right there. Then you can jump on over to your drive modes. So this can be toggled if you're parked, or if you're going to be driving, you can put it in some different drive modes, which you're going to see on both screens. So you can go ahead and toggle this into snow mode. You can toggle it into econ mode, normal, sport mode, and individual mode. All which are different settings that you can go ahead and put on whatever you like to drive. And then right next to this station is going to be your guys' wireless charging pad. So this is great to have, so that way you don't have to have a bunch of cords that are in here kind of invading the space. You can lay your phone down right here, And all you got to do is hit this nice little green button to turn it on, and then you can lay your phone down and actually start to begin to charge. So we're going to go ahead and go over the radio interface right here. On the CR-V Touring, this trim only, you will actually have built-in Google Maps. So you can actually click right here and you have a built-in navigation to get you from point A to point B if you don't have your phone connected to the car. Home is kind of how you get back to this screen. And this is also how you're going to go ahead and connect your phone as well too. So you can do it two ways. You can hit the Apple CarPlay if you have an iPhone. You can check device list if you already have a phone that's connected. You can also search and connect a new device. So if you click that button right there, this will actually search for any Bluetooth devices that are within the area. Now remember, your home button is kind of the way that you're going to get back to your original settings on here. And you can scroll and do some other things in here. If you want to go ahead and get into the general settings, you can click that, and this is how you would actually control different settings within the vehicle. Now you also have not only your built-in Google Maps, but you also have built-in Alexa, which you can click right here. Alexa, what is the temperature outside?
Currently in Modesto, it's 71 degrees.
And you can ask Alexa to do certain things within the car. So now we're going to go ahead and cover the steering wheel. So the first thing I love pointing out is the heated steering wheel that comes on the CR-V Touring. This is great for wintertime. It will heat this whole steering wheel up and you have nice warm hands in the wintertime. Off to the right is where you are going to control your adaptive cruise control. So how you set that is this nice little car button right here. You click it whenever you are ready to go the desired speed that you want to set. And this set button, you push down on this. That will engage your adaptive cruise control. Now you also have two different drive modes that you can click into. You have your lane assist and lane keep, both are which are controlled right here. You can click both of them together or one on each. You can also put on different safety support settings as well by controlling this little analog, almost mouse-like. And then right off to the left is how you're going to control your volume and your music settings. So you can go ahead and go up, down on the volume. You can also change songs. And then you can also activate your voice control, which is going to be right over here. Now on the screen on your dash right here is how you are going to see how much gas you have off to the right. Those little white lines are going to start fading down the moment you start running out of gas. Off to the left is going to show you your battery. It's going to show you obviously whenever you're getting a charge on battery. Now off to the right behind your steering wheel is how you're going to control your rear wiper and also your front wiper. So here's the settings for that. You can go from mist, off, auto, low, and high, and that is going to control the speed of your actual front wiper. So you can go ahead and turn it on and activate it by pulling it up. And then that's how you will control your settings on there. Off to the left, right behind your steering wheel, is how you're going to control your lights. So you can go your high beams all the way down, you can go your regular lights. If you want to put it on auto, you can do that. And this is how you would turn it completely off, by going and pulling it all the way towards you as well. So your left blinker is going to be controlled by pushing all the way down on this. And your right blinker is going to be controlled by pushing it all the way up. Now you might ask, how do I turn on my hazard lights? You're going to redirect yourself all the way to the middle right here by the air, and this nice red triangle button. You click that, and on your screen you'll be able to see your hazard lights. All right guys, so we're going to go ahead and go over your moonroof. So if you want a little bit of light to come in, you're just going to go ahead and pull this tab, and that is going to open up your moonroof shade right here. Now to completely open up, that's going to be controlled right over here. So there's this little push-pull tab right here. In order to open this up completely, you're going to pull this all the way back. That is going to open up your moonroof all the way to the back. Now, if you want to pull it all the way forward, you just push back the opposite direction, and that is going to close your moonroof all the way. Now, if you don't want that big rush of air, you can actually just tilt this back part right over here, and that's going to be controlled by simply pushing this button. That's going to give you a little tilt to let just a little bit of breeze come in. And then to close this completely, you would just push this all the way forward. That's going to close your moonroof right there. So the CR-V Touring does come equipped with memory settings, and that is controlled right here on your door. So you have 1 and 2. If somebody wants different settings based off of the key fob that is in the car, they can set that. Right now I currently have key fob number 2. So what I'm going to do is actually go down here, and I'm going to put my desired settings. So I like to be a little bit back, and I like the back of the seat to be a little bit back. Now that I have those settings in place, I'm going to go ahead and hit the set button, which is right here. You click that, and then the number key fob that you want to put that setting on, and it will remember those settings for that key fob that is in the car.